Classroom Dynamics is supported by Logitech. As education continues to evolve, so does Logitech Education, your partner in content creation for the classroom. With Logitech's cutting-edge technology, students not only learn but also become content creators. Whether it's in person or online, Logitech's tools are designed to inspire educators and learners alike. Capture every educational moment in stunning detail and edit, produce, and share your creative journey with ease. Logitech Education, inspiring the next generation of creators. For more, visit logitech.com/education, transforming classrooms one innovation at a time. Every classroom has the potential to be extraordinary, and the Logitech Reach adjustable content camera is your partner in making that happen. With its flexible arm and clear video, you can now showcase everything from detailed drawings to live experiments, ensuring that every student is engaged and involved. Whether you're teaching in person or online, Logitech Reach helps you connect with your students in a whole new way. Ready to take your lessons further? Visit logitech.com/reach and elevate your classroom to a whole new level. Welcome to Classroom Dynamics, Bits and Bytes, the podcast within the podcast where we explore cutting-edge technologies for your classroom. Hi everybody, I'm your host Adam Todd, and today we're exploring some of the big Google updates announced at ISTE Live 25 this past June. These updates are tailored for classrooms, creators, and curious minds, and if you're an educator that uses Google Workspace, this episode is for you. So let's start with the star of the show, Gemini in the classroom. Now, this is going to be AI that actually helps you teach. So what is it? Well, Gemini is Google's AI-powered assistant, which is now fully embedded in education tools. It launched with 30 pre-built AI prompts for educators, which is going to be perfect for your lesson planning, great for differentiation, and even class routines. And if you've ever sat staring at your screen wondering how to spice up tomorrow's lessons, Gemini has your back. Now, one of the most important and talked about features was the AI suggested feedback for student work. This can now appear right inside Google Classroom, and for those with Google AI Pro for Education licenses, this can save hours while still giving meaningful personalized comments and feedback. Students also now have full access to Gemini and NotebookLM no matter their age. So that means your 5th grader can ask Gemini to help summarize an article, or your high schooler can organize research using NotebookLM's AI-powered notebook system. Also, Gemini now lets you generate video overviews and audio summaries directly inside Google Classroom. These tools are golden for L students, learners with IEPs, or anyone who benefits from alternative content. So imagine your weekly announcements or assignment breakdowns available in both text, audio, or even video formats, all within just a few clicks. Now, of course, it's our job as educators to teach ourselves how to use these new features effectively and to also teach our students how to use it as a tool. And yes, of course, there are pros and cons to this, but with AI becoming more and more the norm, we're going to have to figure out a way to weave it into our everyday routines. Next up, let's talk about Google Vids, and I'm calling this now. This is going to be a huge game changer in your classroom. Google Vids is now available to all Workspace users, turning your classroom into a video studio without needing any editing experience. Teachers and students can now script, storyboard, and produce polished video content using AI-generated visuals and narration. So think student book trailers, flipped lessons, parent newsletters, or digital storytelling projects. Plus, AI-generated quizzes are now available in Google Vids. So this means after your students watch a concept video, a comprehension check can now be automatically embedded without you even having to lift a finger. And for Slides users, Google has added new building blocks to support seamless video integration and collaboration. It's part of a larger trend we're starting to see, which is bringing together documents, video, and interactive elements all into one flexible workspace. Now, before we hand it off to our Google Notebook language model AI host Bits and Bytes, here's a quick look at some of the other cool features Google has in store for you. Number 1, video questions. Video questions in Google Classroom will now support more YouTube videos, which is going to be great for discussion starters and quick formative checks. You can now tag standards as well to track curriculum alignment. Student Analytics lets you view engagement and activity trends even at a glance. And there's a new way to add quick links to your classroom stream for easy navigation. On the Chromebook side of it, Camera Studio now will let you annotate and display your dock camera, and Chromebook Ops is bringing interactivity to displays. Finally, Class Tools now also help you manage your class straight from your device. So it's clear Google is leaning all the way into AI-driven personalization, multi-format learning, and streamlined classroom management. So if you're wondering where to start, just try exploring Gemini prompts now. Just experiment a little bit, even with Google Vids on small projects. These tools aren't just flashy, they're actually practical, they're time-saving, and they're also aligned with how our students are learning best today. So don't forget, some of the features require an Education Plus or Google AI Pro for Education license. So check with your school's tech admin to unlock the full toolkit. Now for more on some of these cool new Google features that can be implemented into your classroom, here are our Google Notebook language model AI hosts, Bits and Bytes.
We're always looking for those tools that, genuinely change things in the classroom, not just add more tech clutter.
Right.
Think about those big challenges. How do you personalize learning? Really personalize it? Or make complex ideas, come alive?
Big questions.
Today, we're digging into some of the buzz, specifically 2 big Google tools aimed right at these issues, Google Gemini and Google Vids.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this.
What's fascinating here, I think, is how these are built right into the Google system's teachers and students. Well, they use them every day.
Seamless integration, hopefully.
That's the idea. So our mission today, to really distill some practical tips and project ideas for teachers, across the board, ELA, math, science, social studies. We want to show you how these AI tools can make learning more interactive, and definitely more efficient, and frankly, just more engaging. We're pulling from the latest announcements, the insights into what they can actually do.
Focusing on the so what for the classroom.
Exactly. What does it mean for you?
All right, first up, Google Gemini. Now, people might know it as Google's AI assistant, right? It's in Docs, Slides, Gmail.
Yeah, the basic integration.
But it seems like it's moving beyond just being a chatbot. They're talking about a lesson-building intuition being baked in.
That's the key phrase. It's positioned as more of a co-creator now.
Okay.
So the core thing is Gemini for Education. It's built on Gemini 2.5 Pro, which Google is calling, one of the world's leading models for learning.
Right.
And here's the real kicker for schools. Default access to the premium AI models. Higher limits than the consumer stuff.
Okay, higher limits. But what about cost and safety?
Right. Crucially, it comes with enterprise-grade data protection, admin managed. And it's all included free in the standard Google Workspace for Education plans.
Free? That's significant.
It is. And importantly, your school's data, it's protected. It's not used to train Google's AI models.
Which gives schools that peace of mind, right?
A tremendous amount, yeah. Especially when you're talking about student data and safely bringing AI into the fold.
Okay, so free, integrated, secure, powerful. Sounds good on paper, but I can hear some teachers thinking, oh, great, another tool I have to learn.
The fair point, always a concern.
What's the learning curve like? Is it another heavy lift?
Well, that's where the integration helps, because it's in Workspace, the tools you already know. It should feel more like an enhancement, not starting from scratch.
Okay.
So let's get to brass tacks, specific classroom uses. How does this actually look day to day? Let's break it down maybe by grade level.
Yeah, let's do that. Elementary first.
Okay, elementary. Think ELA. Gemini can help co-create personalized reading passages, say, based on a student's interest, dinosaurs, space, whatever.
So beyond just generic passages.
Exactly. Pair it with a picture book you're reading. Gemini generates a related passage, maybe about the theme, but tailored to that kid's passion. Then, and this is key, have it generate comprehension questions at different lexile levels.
Ah, so instant differentiation for reading groups.
Truly individualized paths. That's the potential game changer here. Moving from differentiating for a few to really personalizing for everyone, meeting each student where they are.
That addresses a massive challenge for elementary teachers. What about middle school? Say, science, abstract concepts can be tough.
Absolutely. Middle school science. Gemini can simulate experiments. Things that might be too complex, too dangerous, or just impossible in the classroom.
Like what?
Modeling photosynthesis under different light conditions, maybe? Or simulating plate tectonics over millions of years.
Okay, visualization.
Right. And that simulation isn't just a cool visual. It can kick off a student debate or become the basis for designing their own inquiry-based lab investigation. It democratizes access to that kind of complex scientific thinking.
I like that. Sparks curiosity, makes it less theoretical. What about high school? Social studies, math critical thinking, data analysis.
Yeah, for high schoolers, Gemini becomes a powerful research partner and a critical thinking tool.
How so?
In social studies, students could ask Gemini to explain complex historical trends, like the causes of the Great Depression, or economic systems like supply and demand.
Okay.
In math, maybe clarifying data patterns or walking through steps for a complex problem. But here's the bonus part, the critical layer.
Yeah.
They then take that AI output and compare it critically to their textbook or other sources. It becomes a media literacy exercise, analyzing the AI's perspective, its accuracy.
Oh, that's smart. Teaching them how to use AI responsibly.
Exactly. And beyond that, Gemini can help scaffold the process, building arguments, creating annotated bibliographies, even prepping for mock interviews by generating questions. It helps build those higher order skills.
It really does sound like it expands what students can do.
Yeah.
But what about the teachers? You mentioned efficiencies. Can you elaborate? How does it help them maybe save time?
Definitely. Gemini and Classroom Free-for-All Education Editions now has over 30 new capabilities launching.
Like what specifically?
Think about generating vocabulary lists, definitions, example sentences, all ready for a new unit. That kind of prep work takes time.
A lot of time.
So the insight isn't just, oh, it's faster. It's about reclaiming that save time. What could you do with it? More one-on-one with students. Designing cooler projects, building relationships, the human stuff AI can't do.
Using AI to free up time for the irreplaceable human connection. That's compelling. You also mentioned gems. What are those?
Right, gems. Think of them as custom AI experts you create.
Custom.
Yeah, you train them basically on specific course materials, assignments, readings. So a physics teacher might create an interactive simulations, gem-fed with their lab manuals for mechanics.
Right.
Students could then ask that gem what-if questions. What if I double the mass here? And it responds only based on the class materials you provided. Keeps them focused.
Grounded in the curriculum. That's clever.
And the really exciting part, soon educators will be able to share these gems. Imagine a library of teacher-created, specialized AI tutors.
Wow, sharing expertise and reducing workload across schools. That's powerful. Anything else transforming how teachers work with content?
We should definitely mention NotebookLM. Google says it's one of their fastest-growing education apps.
NotebookLM, what does it do?
Educators and older students are using features like audio overviews. It turns dense documents into summaries you can listen to.
Like an audiobook of your notes.
Sort of, yeah. And coming soon, video overviews. Turn your sources, a PDF, a research paper, into short, engaging videos highlighting key points. Imagine students getting a quick visual overview before diving into a complex text.
That could really help with accessibility and engagement.
For sure. And for schools with the paid Gemini add-on, there's more. Gemini Informs, for instance. Faster quiz creation. It can even generate a quiz from a doc or PDF in Drive.
Generate a quiz from a document.
Yep. And then summarize the responses. Streamlines assessment, big time.
Okay, a lot of power for teachers there. So turning back to the students, what does this all mean for them? How does Gemini help them learn more confidently?
It's about giving students more agency. Students 18 plus can already use Gemini Canvas to create personalized quizzes on any subject. Great for self-assessment, finding weak spots.
And that's coming for younger students too.
Expanding to under 18 soon, yes. Also, Gemini will start providing visuals like interactive diagrams right in its answers.
That's nice.
Ask about the water cycle, get an explanation and an interactive diagram, helps make abstract ideas concrete.
Visuals are so key for so many learners.
Looking for a smarter way to protect and use your tech on the go? The Higher Ground Gear DataKeeper Plus CS is built for action. Work directly from the case without ever removing your device. Stay organized with a built-in storage pocket for accessories, and rest easy knowing you've got serious drop protection designed for real-world classrooms and busy professionals. The DataKeeper Plus CS. Organize smarter, protect better, and work wherever you are. For more information, visit hggear.com today.
Okay, this is all very powerful, but it brings to that big question. Responsibility, safety, ethics. How is Google handling that? And how do teachers keep control?
It's the critical question, absolutely. Google stresses they've consulted widely child safety experts, learning scientists, youth panels.
Due diligence.
Right, stricter content policies for under 18s to prevent harmful responses. There's a youth onboarding process with AI literacy resources endorsed by groups like Connect Safely.
So education about AI itself.
Yes, and a key feature. When you ask a fact-based question, Gemini double-checks against Google search results, showing potentially similar or different findings. It prompts critical thinking. Don't just trust the AI.
Teaching skepticism in a good way.
Exactly. And for teacher control, that's where the teacher-led experiences come in. Soon, teachers can assign those GEMS and NotebookLM notebooks grounded in their materials directly to students in Google Classroom.
Okay, curated AI experiences.
And not just Classroom, they're updating the LTI integration, so it works with PowerSchool Schoology Learning, Canvas, basically letting these tools talk to each other.
So teachers guide the AI use within their existing platforms.
Precisely. Admins also have controls, managing access, searching conversations in Vault if needed, usage reports. Plus, that common sense media privacy seal adds another layer of assurance on data protection. It's about building trust.
That focus on safety, control, and teacher guidance is definitely reassuring.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears. Let's talk about Google Vids. This sounds really interesting, turning ideas into videos without being a pro editor.
Yeah, this is where creativity and communication get a big AI boost.
So Vids generates short videos based on prompts, visuals. Kind of like slides, but for video.
That's a good way to think about it. Like Canva meets slides, but with AI-powered video storytelling baked in, it could really change how students show what they know.
Okay, give us some examples. Elementary level again.
Elementary. Think storybook retells coming to life. A student narrates a fairy tale or maybe retells a historical event. Gemini, working with Vids, helps generate scenes, characters, background music.
Wow.
Perfect for ELA centers. Imagine kids publishing their own video stories for the class or parents. It takes retelling and makes it a creative, multimodal project.
Way more engaging than just writing it down. Middle school. More complex topics.
Absolutely. Middle school teachers could assign, say, explaining the water cycle or outlining a key historical moment. Students use Vids to create an explainer, video visuals, voiceover, the works.
So research projects become mini documentaries.
Kinda. It taps into their creativity, forces them to think visually about communication. It's a different, vital skill set.
And high school. Where can they take it?
High schoolers can get pretty sophisticated. Math class. Use Vids to explain a tough concept, visually solving quadratics, understanding functions, create tutorials for peers.
Peer teaching through video. Nice.
Right. ELA. Think modern book trailers, visual character analyses, even slam poetry with dynamic visuals. It pushes visual literacy, presentation skills, and articulating complex ideas in compelling ways.
Okay, tons of student potential there. What about for the teachers themselves? Can they use Vids professionally?
Yes, there's a feature for those with the paid add-on. It uses VO3, Google's text-to-video AI within Vids, to create short, like 8-second video clips with sound effects from a prompt.
8 seconds. What's the use case there?
Quick bursts. Think mini PD snippets, an 8-second demo of a technique, or eye-catching video announcements for a school event or a new STEM program. Quick, creative communication when time is short.
Interesting for bite-sized comms.
So, bringing it all together, whether it's building storytelling skills with Vids, visualizing science with Gemini simulations, or breaking down algebra, these tools really signal a new phase for AI in the classroom.
And crucially, integrated into the tools already there.
Exactly. Built inside the systems you and your students use daily. Powerful, but hopefully not overwhelming to adopt.
So what does this all mean? Thinking bigger picture. Imagine learners who aren't just getting information, but actively creating it, explaining it, maybe even teaching with AI as this creative partner.
It's a big shift.
How might that change not just what they learn, but fundamentally how they learn to think, how they express themselves? Could make them more dynamic, more critical thinkers.
That's the provocative thought, isn't it? The potential impact on thinking itself.
Something for all of us in education to consider. We definitely encourage you to explore these tools if they're available in your workspace. See what's possible.
For more on Classroom Dynamics, follow us on X at Class Dynamics or on Instagram at Classroom Dynamics Podcast. And be sure to search Classroom Dynamics on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast shows.